Semi Bangladeshi band leader Lipu has just one aim in life.
I must grow to that level to understand that rhythm.
Supported by lead vocals mechanic Bernie Feynman.
Get on with it!
And a motley crew on backing.
I'm the brains behind all this.
With their Cars for Stars business enterprise, they've managed to secure a commission from meticulous musician Jules Holland.
I've never met a client like him.
Who has a very specific request.
What I want is a car that looks like the Jet 1. That's my dream, to get one of those.
But with the car nowhere near ready, there's a mountain of work to be climbed. So the team can present the car at the Science Museum for Jules to drive to his opening night at the Royal Albert Hall. Bernie and Lipu are 4 weeks into the complex build of a replica of the Jet 1. This one-off 1952 record-breaking car was a true icon of British automotive ingenuity. The Chop Shop team's making its version out of a hodgepodge of British bangers.
No car that we've ever done can ever compare with this. It's like going from gauge to straight in about 4 hours.
Fairly quickly into the build,
Wow, look at that!
Lipu had impressed Jules with the beginnings of a faithful depiction of his dream car.
And you've put a special number plate on it.
I want to present him the finished car with all the perfect line, and then I want to get the final judgment from him.
And Bernie arranged a visit to meet the designer of this iconic car, Spen King.
The Spen King.
The Spen
Fantastic.
King.
Ah, Spencer.
Unfortunately, the father of the Jet 1 had big concerns about Lipu's design strategy.
That shape is going to give you lots of rear-end lift. In my opinion, it would be a dangerous car.
Humiliation for Bernie and Lipu in front of their star client, Jules.
I think I've just made myself 4 times as much work as I should have.
Their task is now clear. Make the car fast, safe and authentic in time for the reveal at the Science Museum.
Have we bitten off more we can chew? Only time's going to tell.
But forget the reveal. As yet, the team doesn't even have a test drive under their belts. Building the car from the ground up, Julian's work continues on the chassis.
Oh, whoa. Just a few mil, really.
He's putting the modern Jaguar running gear into the ancient Rover chassis.
Done.
Well done.
It's crucial that the measurements between the 2 axles on both sides are exactly the same.
Let's come this way, an inch. If you get any of these measurements wrong, then the car's not going to drive straight, it's going to wear tyres, it's going to be a shit car, isn't it, basically?
Unfortunately, Julian's measuring system is hardly F1.
That's the measuring system I've got right now. 3 primitive.
Use your eye, use your experience. I know he can do it. So, Julian, as they say, mate, get on with it.
I am.
Good.
You old bitch.
Oh, that was a joke. Well, go on now.
While Julian slowly works his way through his task, Bernie sets about rebuilding the 4.2-litre Jag engine by replacing the heavy and chunky manifolds.
Weigh an absolute bloody ton, these things.
Bernie hopes to get a step closer to replicating the power of the Jet 1 gas turbine.
Better breathing. The old manifolds, grey cast iron, too heavy, and you find it was all encased in one. This one has a separate one for each exhaust port. Better exhaust gases coming out. The quicker they get rid of it, the more power induction you got.
Straight on the blower, Bernie's blagging again.
It's the bane of your life here. It's Bernie here again from Chop Shop.
He's secured a nice new bit of kit.
Got Father Christmas. Gee.
He's come early.
This is not just any carburettor. It's a traditionally handcrafted A-grade aluminium alloy carburettor. These are not just ordinary triple twin-choke carbs producing an impressive additional 30 brake horsepower. These are Chop Shop carburettors.
You want power? I'll give you power. Like a bee sting right on your bum cheeks.
And with a sting in his tail, Julian puts the finishing touches on his chassis.
very impressed, actually. It looks brilliant. Really nice. All we've got to do now is tidy all your shit up, I'll be even happier.
And now the souped-up 4.2 Jaguar engine will be fitted into the chassis.
It works. It works.
And then hopefully fit into the car body too. Lipu is clearly concerned about the body-chassis reunion.
The wheelbase is already set. I cannot change. If it matches right, fine. If it doesn't match, changing the design, Jules Verne wouldn't be happy.
If Julian's measurements are even slightly out, then all their hard work will have been in vain. Coming up, after 4 weeks of blood, sweat and gears, will the body and the chassis be successfully reunited?
Whoa. It's mighty tight.
This is Team Chop Shop's toughest test yet. Make a replica of a classic Rover for musician Jules Holland.
I'll take my eye off the ball for a minute. Suddenly it's going to have great big fins and wings.
After plenty of hard graft and an impromptu test drive,
The seats are a bit uncomfortable, though.
the team plans to marry the body and the chassis back together again.
It's going in. We'll have to shoehorn it in. It's going in.
If it matches right, fine. If it doesn't match, Jules Verne wouldn't be happy.
This is the first time in Chop Shop history that the team have separated the chassis and the body. Now all they've got to do is put it back together again. Julian's beloved chassis must fit harmoniously with the body.
Look how good it looks from the side.
You watch that front bit, the rest you don't catch.
If it doesn't fit, Lipu will have to rethink the entire design.
Yeah, that fits.
The wheelbase from wheel to wheel is absolutely spot on the arches. Julian's done a wicked job this pucker. So far, so good.
Lipu is delighted.
This is perfect, man.
Now he won't have to change the body design.
Proper. I mean, I don't see anything wrong with it. Amazing work Julian has done.
But unfortunately, it's not only the wheel arches that need to fit. The boys lower the body and immediately realise that it doesn't fit elsewhere.
Why is it so high?
Well, if you look inside...
Okay. Oh, you're going to cut it, right?
Yeah, we need to cut it away.
As you can see, this is where this body's hitting the chassis, where Julian's made the new strut tops.
Despite Sean being a mechanic, he's taken on panel work duties, removing the inner wings that are fouling Julian's chassis modifications. But Lipu doesn't like waiting around, and his patience is being tested.
You know what, Sean? Cut it.
I don't want to cut too much because it's Julian's department, innit?
Fuck that Julian's department. Do what I say, man. Cut it like this.
Yeah.
So you drop it, and then we're just chopping little by little. We're chopping little by little. It's not going to work.
All right.
It's not about department. It's about designing and building cars. Julian has done his part. I delegated him. He's done it. That's it. Now we're going to make it fit.
Tired with the mechanic's slower, individualised approach to body fitting,
Let's see what happens.
Lipu's no-nonsense approach seems to work.
Whoa! Hey! Just a little bit, man.
A little bit, look how much difference.
Yeah? Yep.
Just a little bit. Perfect. Look at that.
Ah, like
look
that.
At that.
Get a boat! Get a boat!
Get a boat.
With the body finally on, the boys decide they aren't happy with the ride height. Currently, it's very different from the Jet 1.
If you have it too low, it'll handle crap. If you have it too high, it'll handle crap. You need to get a happy medium. Get it just at the right height.
All right, cheer up, Lee.
It's enough talk about this, let's just get on with it.
As the car is sitting high, they decide to put the engine back in, giving the car its final weight and ride position. This will allow them to see how close they are to the Jet 1 look.
You're going to hear a crunch, yeah?
But Bernie's new all-singing, all-dancing engine is now much longer and with the carburettor wider than the original Rover engine.
Mighty tight. Very, very, very tight. Whoa, what's that? Whoa! Got the linkage
Oh, I
there.
didn't see that. Up.
But we're having to make a lot of alterations and somehow we've got to make it fit. Well, we're just making ourselves more work all the time. So that is really in line there?
That's where it's going to sit.
Right.
Having solved one problem, another crisis rears its ugly head. The track of the wheels is too wide. They're protruding outside the arches.
The Jaguar front beam and rear beam are obviously wider than the original chassis and front beam setup of the Rover. And what we've got to try and do is compensate for everything, but make it safe, but also make it look right.
Wheels beyond the arches aren't just illegal, they also don't match the Jet 1's sleek look.
We cannot just flare the wings. If you flare the wings, it's going to be totally different than the Jet 1. Look at this, the wheels, original wheels are sticking out this much, but we need narrow wheels so that it goes inside the body instead of flaring the arch.
The team must now find a more slender set of wheels.
Without the wheels, it's always, you cannot finish the design work. We've been sitting for like 2-3 weeks almost.
The original Rover wheels won't fit onto Jaguar hubs, so Bernie has to source a set that will fit perfectly onto the new running gear. And he's rather excited.
4 old wheels I bought, 4 old bleak wheels. They're old, they're rusty, I got them for £10.22. Might as well give them away.
Just one small problem, no tyres. Your average high street tyre shop doesn't stock wheels this rare. So Bernie's tracked down a supplier in Doncaster, experts in vintage tyres for classic vehicles. Donning his lucky shirt, Bernie meets tyre specialist Dougal.
Hi.
Right, Bernie, I'm Dougal.
Hi, Dougal.
How you doing?
How you doing?
Anything he doesn't know about tyres just ain't worth knowing.
Tell me, you'll do it.
So obviously I need the thinnest tyre we can get, but we've got to be able to do 150 miles an hour.
150? Well, I've got a very similar tyre to that. It's a 185 VR,
Right.
15 Michelin X VS.
But Bernie's looking for a 185 VR 15 XVT. This'll do.
Now, 185 VR 15 XVS.
Right.
The V stands for 150 mile an hour speed rating.
Right.
The R says radial. 15 inches for rim size. XVS tread pattern.
You got them in stock, I've got to have them.
I got them in stock.
Lovely. That sounds really, really good.
Oh, I'm tired of that joke.
Oh, tired. T-Y-R-E-D. Oh.
These tyres not only have a thinner profile, but will allow the car to travel safely up to their target speed.
150 miles an hour, here he comes.
Anyone go to London?
It's a new day, and Bernie's managed to find his way back to London. Leepu's well keen to check out Bernie's new bit of rubber.
I can see the big difference already, but the car needs to be dropped on the ground, and then we'll exactly find out how much the whole tire went inside the body.
It's going to trip out.
These are 2 inches narrower and should fit flush within the wheel arches.
Oh, shit. Tires are sticking out. Legally, you cannot drive this car on the road like this. You have to modify the wings to fit the tire inside the body. Right?
By not having wheels that are flush with the body, they risk losing the integrity of the car's classic lines.
It's going to be different than the original design.
I've done my best, Lee. I've done my best.
Yeah,
It's the only one to-
I understand. You cannot do more than this. The way Jules Allen wants, it's a problem.
It's just giving you twice as much work.
It's like you are composing a music, but it doesn't match with the real lyrics.
It's not going well for the boys either. They're having a nightmare fitting the brake master cylinder.
Need a pedal box and a remote servo.
Kind of essential when you want to stop at 152 miles per hour.
All we can do is cut a bit more out of there.
Bernie's shiny new carbs are taking up all the space.
What about that one? You know what I mean? And that's going to be right in the way of the cob. This ain't going to work.
As the master cylinder can't be squeezed in, the boys will need to come up with a smaller replacement.
Nothing fits right? So what we're doing is we're making something from 54 years old up to the standard of a Jaguar with a Jaguar engine, box, axle, front and rear suspension. And now we're stuck with a servo. You know, it's just like going round and round and round and round the houses. Will I be able to see this out before I go and meet the great mechanic of the sky? I hope you're listening to me, geezer, so I don't want me nuts tightened with a small spanner.
Bernie needs to find a new pedal box and a servo to replace the Jaguar's braking system. The team heads down to the local breakers.
Got to look for one which is going to fit in that very, very small hole which we've got left. Because everything's taken up by the engine, by the carburetors, and we're just making the inside smaller and smaller and smaller. Quite small, that as well, isn't it?
I think I might have sorted it.
What you got?
Well, look, that's off Clio, that's off an Escort.
Yeah.
But it's quite small, stumpy. Reckon that'll work on it. It's a lot shorter and stubbier.
I think that'll do the job, guys.
Yeah, we can make it all fit.
Yeah,
it's all bad, isn't it? Making all different shit go together, making it work.
Arriving back at the garage, Bernie is greeted with some very bad news from a building surveyor. There's a major structural problem. A large crack has developed in the roof and it needs to be repaired. It is urgent and needs to be fixed immediately. Chop Shop are about to become homeless. What's the worst that could happen? Well, a train could fall on your head, Bernie.
What the hell am I going to do? What the hell am I going to do? I mean, I needed this like a bloody hole in the head. Right in the middle of everything, we've got to get out. And it's immediate. You know, it's the garage, it's in me living. We build cars in here. We've got to vacate this arch. All the cars have got to go, everything. What am I going to do, work on the street?
Chop Shop has only a few days to clear out. The following day, Bernie begins his search for a new arch.
You've got my number there. Please call me back.
And Sean and Lee, in spite of the distractions, start work on the new pedal box.
Where's the box? Where's the pedal? Where I'm sitting here now, that's exactly where I need the pedals to be situated.
Even with their newly found slimline braking system, it still won't fit.
The only way we can really do it is if you mount the reservoir over that side, the master cylinder over that side, build a bar. So when you push down on the brake pedal, it pushes the bar, pushes the cylinder in.
The linkage, right, that has to be very solid and rigid. If it flexes a little bit, we'll miss the brake.
With Jules Holland's life in their hands, mechanics Lee and Sean commence on an extra-safe fabrication job.
Give that box section a spank with hammer. All right, not like that.
Spot on.
That's good enough for me.
But will it be good enough for their client, Jules Holland?
It's got to stop, and it's got to stop right. We couldn't lash it up. It had to be perfect. It's a nice way. We don't want to kill him. So.
The new braking system is in place, but now the boys have to turn their attention to clearing out their beloved garage.
You gonna miss it?
Well, that shithole? No.
Bernie has secured a new Chop Shop home and now must bid farewell to archway number 20.
Oh, my God. Look at the size of those cracks. It's continued right the way along. The bricks are literally coming off. We've been working in this for a year and a half. And I'll tell you something, I look at this now and it makes me shudder. Makes me wonder what could have happened.
Despite its best features being a cold, rat-infested, dirty hovel, Bernie has fond memories of his home away from home.
We've had some good times in here. Brings back good memories. It's like an end of an era.
This is where it all began.
You know, this is what I've always dreamed of, having my own business.
Bernie, this isn't a business, this is an empty shell.
You've got no vision.
You need some vision here.
This empty shell has borne 12 concept-defining cars. Bernie shuts up shop for the last time.
Good memories, bad memories or whatever. This will be the last time I ever shut the door on 28, Cudworth Street.
Oi, Bernie! Bernie!
But as the old saying goes, as one door closes, another one opens.
Out with the old, in with the new. Hello, number 8. God, this is like an operating theatre in there. It's clean and it's white. And we need to get on with some serious, serious work. I mean, really get on with it now.
Leepu can now start to solve the problem of the Jet 1 wheel arches.
Everything had to chop off just to accommodate the wheels inside the body. Basically, I'm pedaling, going nowhere.
It's now clear what Leepu has to do. Flare all the arches to accommodate the wheels.
It's not any design work, it's not any sort of vision, nothing. Make it a road legal car. Major formation is done. All we gotta do now, cut a strip, tack it back on, elevate it, smooth it out, done.
1 down, 3 to go. Now Leepu has marked his body position, the boys take the chassis down to the new garage. Hope they paid their road tax.
That's quite a nice ride, wasn't it? It was lovely, mate.
Guys.
With a new garage up and running, the team have just 3 days to get the car ready for test drive.
And what we're going to do is take the engine out, start stripping the chassis down again, which we should have done weeks ago. We've been held up by His Royal Highness. It's a hell of a lot of work, but at least we're getting on with something.
Stripping and painting the chassis will take a day alone. The boys get straight to work.
That's just some of the rust that's come with this.
Another day alone is needed just to refurbish the Jag suspension.
Just fitting the new shock absorbers at the moment. This got a little twisty thing on the back here. The more that you tighten it, makes it stiffer. So basically, it makes the ride of the car stiff.
With just 2 days until the test drive, Terry's knuckling down and making a transmission tunnel to cover the prop shaft.
We've had to make a brand new tunnel up. Yeah, so hopefully it all fits and nothing knocks.
With the Bovingdon test drive date creeping closer with each wrench of the spanner, the mechanics continue rebuilding the chassis.
Biggest problem we have is that Mr. Jules Holland's going to be there on the test track at Bovingdon on Friday. And are we? Who knows?
If they are to make it later with Jules Holland and for a test drive in just 2 days, tomorrow will have to be their most productive day ever. Coming up, will they ever get the car running? And circumstances force Bernie to make a dramatic announcement.
Sean, Jules, we come to a unanimous decision.
Adding to the confusion, Jules is questioning what the car is really supposed to be.
It's becoming as much as of a Jaguar special. Is it a Rover? Is it a Jagger? Who knows?
Chop Shop have taken on their biggest challenge yet. Make a replica of a 50-year-old classic, the Jet 1, for a multi-platinum selling artist, Jules Holland.
When I was 5 years old looking at this car, I thought, oh, I'd love to have a car like that. And now I'm sitting with 2 men that can make my dream come true.
The team have been burning the midnight oil.
10:30, if the car hasn't started yet,
and work through the night.
We've been on it all day, and everyone's getting a bit tired now. We're making silly mistakes.
If we turned up with this half done,
it's going to be even worse.
Something happened, we will look stupid.
It's really bad.
It's a new day, and waking up with the daunting task of having to prepare the car for tomorrow's test drive, Lipu has further concerns.
So we go for a road test drive, huh? Yeah, push it.
With over a week's worth of work and only one day to do it in, even the slightest hitch could cause anarchy in the garage.
I think we've got more work, and we do something, and then 4 other things need doing. More work all the time.
Looking by what Terry's built, the tunnel, this ain't gonna fit. It's gonna be hitting the tunnel. Definitely wanna lower that first before I do anything else.
Julian has no option but to lower the universal joint of the prop shaft so it can clear the tunnel.
Sits a lot better, doesn't it? Much better, yeah.
The team won't want to disappoint client Jules Holland. With a day booked out from an expensive studio session, he's expecting a full running car and test drive.
If we work through the whole night till tomorrow morning, 6 o'clock maybe, then there's a possibility the whole thing will be done, ready for test drive.
Having lowered the body onto the chassis,
fits.
All the team need to do now is turn over the massive 4.2-litre engine.
We've got no spark, that's why it doesn't start. So we've got no spark, it won't start. It's like me, got no fucking spark.
So why isn't it starting, Bernie?
We've got no spark, right? That's what we're trying to find out.
OK.
10:30, the car hasn't started yet.
Shock! Yeah! What that?
The engine backfires through the open exhaust pipes.
I'll tell you, it's taken 10 years. All my hair's come out.
It's fuel, compressed fuel and air, which didn't ignite inside the cylinder. It came out through the exhaust, boom, ignited outside.
With the engine showing no sign of life, the test drive hangs in the balance.
You start working into the night later and later and later, and you make mistakes. And we can't afford mistakes on that. You know, that is an extremely powerful car.
There's a saying, cut your coat according to your cloth. I think we don't have enough cloth, but we cut a big coat, and we don't fit in there.
This isn't for the faint-hearted. The team are absolutely shattered.
You know.
And showing early signs of delirium.
To get the car ready, to get the rest of the work done and go in the morning for test drive. Everybody's going nuts. That means no working environment. It's not happening.
Bernie and Lipu have a crisis meeting.
I can't see this being ready till at least 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. And to be honest,
no.
Right, point is, if we finish at 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, right, Jules Holland's a very, very important man. I know he's going to be fed up and whatever. If we turned up with this half done,
it's going to be even worse.
Something happened, we will look stupid.
It's really bad. No, he won't like that. Definitely.
Jules, Sean, Lee. Lipu and I decided we don't think it's going to be safe to go on road test tomorrow. There's just so much more to do. I think we should call it a day.
The next day at Bovingdon Airfield is eerily quiet. Music man Jules Holland is a man who is used to getting what he wants.
Phone Jules Holland, he's not happy. You know, he was expecting to go to Bovingdon today and meet us there on the road test and see this wonderful car we prepared for him.
I don't know what's going on, really, so I've come to the workshop, back to the workshop, instead of going to the test track to find out what the problem is.
I'm sorry, Mr. Holland, right? God may have created the world in 7 days. I can't create a car in 7 days.
Hello.
Hi, Jules, how you doing?
Right. Everybody all right?
Are you well?
See you, Lee. All right.
Are you well?
Failing to hit a deadline is clearly not the best way to impress a client.
You know, it's a very busy time at the moment, and, you know, I took the day out especially because I thought we were going to be...
on road test.
Road testing, exactly, you know, so, but...
Well, I'll be honest with you, Jules, we worked till very, very late. We didn't think it would be right, we didn't think it would be fair. That if we got everything on the car, that we haven't even proven anything, to go straight on road test.
But thankfully, the hard work that the boys have put in has given the team a stay of execution.
I have to say, when I came in, I was a bit put out because I had to take a day off and everybody said this is the day it's going to be ready. Having said that, I can just see, just looking at this, some beautiful work's going on here, so I don't, you know...
I don't think any of us really realised how much work has gone into this. You know, this is not just building a car, it's a total transformation.
I can see how that's something new is being created. It's not like we're just making a few adjustments or changing the shape of something and then sticking it on. It's a full...
I will tell you...
full creation of a new thing, isn't it? All right, just give us some...
Right.
Yeah. Thanks very much.
They've let down their client and missed their all-important deadline.
So, thanks again, and I'll see you in a bit.
OK, Jules. Thanks, bye.
Thanks, bye. Last night, I thought we were going to be test driving. When they said, oh, we can't, I was angry. By the time I got here, I thought there's no point in being angry. We just need to get to the next stage now, you know.
He was very, very impressed. So, really, from a downer, which we all felt was going to happen this morning, it's worked out a very, very good day. Jules, nice one, geezer. Swung it again.
Unfortunately, they still haven't even started the engine. And in just 2 weeks, they need to present the car to Jules Holland at the Science Museum, where the original Jet 1 currently resides. "'Twas the night before a test drive. Not a sound was to be heard. Nothing stirred. Not even a mouse. Not even an engine.
Whoa! Yeah! Sounds like it! Yeah! Sounds like it! Yeah! Yeah, no.
Be careful.
It's not 2%. Less chance to start. Yeah. Seven, 8, 9, 10, 11. 5 hours to start the engine.
It's the mad rush home now, isn't it?
Yeah.
But there's still one more problem. During the move from the old arch, they've lost the gear lever.
We don't know if it's in park, if it's in drive. If it's in drive and it starts, he's going out the door.
Lee gets down to making a temporary stick.
It's not ideal, but it'll do. Because it's automatic, it hasn't got to do much work. Once you put it into drive, you can drive and you're laughing, you know what I mean?
Lee's temporary creation lacks a standard safety feature, which prevents the car from starting up when in gear.
Oh, fuel pump. Let's try it.
Right the way forward is park.
It was right forward. Yeah. Well, what they said was park is obviously drive. Fucking hell, I'm shaking.
Mental note, be extra careful tomorrow at the test track.
The Rover Jet 1, the world's first turbojet car, begins the last trial run before a real high-speed test. She's only warming up. We're keeping pace with her all right. But wait till Spencer King opens her up, and then it's goodbye us.
And on the B4505 road near Bovingdon Airfield, the world's first cut-and-shut Jet 1 arrives for its high-speed test. And here she comes. What were once 2 Rover P4s and a Jaguar XJ6 is now a high-powered motoring vehicle. Cockney Mechanics conducts final checks before she attempts the new record. Plucky test driver Bernard Feynman mentally prepares himself. Even the cows have knocked off from grazing to watch. Wait till Bernie Feynman opens her up. All set? She's ready to begin her run up to the start.
So far, mechanically, it's impressive work, but all depends how fast he wants to go. whether he wants to fly or stay on the ground. All depends on that.
Come on, my son, got a nice, comfortable seat for you.
Well, yes, I can see it, Bernie. I think the original theme was testing the Jet 1 was one person. Car will be lighter, it will be easy to drive, you can go how fast. If you want to fly, you can fly. If you want to stay on the ground, you can stay on the ground. I can see it from outside, not being in the car. It'll be better.
You're trying to tell me you're chicken, you don't trust my driving after all these years?
Not really, Bernie. I won't take any chances, you know. Well, good luck, Bernie. I'll be over here watching you driving.
It's not the same, Lipu.
That's all right.
Not the same.
That's all right. That's all right. Take it easy and good luck. Yep. Be safe.
With the original Jet 1 chief engineer Spen King's warnings still ringing in their ears.
In my opinion, it would be a dangerous car.
Have they really made a death trap? Fingers firmly crossed behind their backs, the boys cheer on Bethnal Green's answer to Evel Knievel.
Yeah, it looks all right. Kickdown's working. It's very late, though. Yeah, very late.
Satisfied with the car's handling, Bernie decides to really put the pedal to the metal.
Here it comes. Here it comes.
Here it comes, myself.
During this run, he's topped a comfortable 100 miles per hour. The car's clearly safe at high speeds.
So what's it like to drive this car of yesteryear? Let's hear from the gentleman of the hour, Bernard Feynman.
It is fucking-tastic. It is amazing. The road holding, the suspension, the brakes. You just sit here and it just feels just unbelievable. Unbelievable. I'm just totally amazed.
And what about the safety of the car? Let's ask Chief Designer Lipu Aulia.
The car is completely stable. It's running fast, but you don't see any movement. It's just grabbing the ground.
The test drive has been a roaring success. The boys must now get back to the garage sharpish. Their mission is clear. Finish the bloody car.
Coming up, with a list as long as Jules' back catalogue, the team still has loads to do.
We've got to make the dash, got to fit all the interior, seat belts, mouldings, exhaust.
Will the musical maestro be able to arrive in style for his opening night at the Royal Albert Hall? The Chop Shop is building a replica of the record-beating 1950s classic Rover jet car for superstar Jules Holland.
But my dream is to have something that looks like the Jet 1.
Oh, shit, still.
After weeks of seemingly insurmountable design and engineering challenges, finally there's light at the end of the tunnel. The car performed brilliantly on its test drive. Now the rush is on to finish the car in time to present to the meticulous musical impresario himself.
There's still lots to be done. Got to fit all the interior, seat belts, mouldings, exhaust.
A final trip to the paint shop creates its vintage look. New chrome, restored 60-year-old lights, and an eye for detail. The team head back to where the project started, to central London and the Science Museum, home to the original jet car, which Jules Holland has coveted since he was 5 years old.
How you doing, Jules?
Very good. Lovely to see you.
Thank you.
Lovely to see you again.
Lovely to see
I'm
you.
just coming in here because I'm so excited about seeing the car, but I wanted to come back and remind myself what the original car looked like.
Well, realistically, Jules, this has always been your dream.
Yes.
I'm hoping that what we've done lives up to your expectation.
Well,
just 2 short months ago, the project got off to a far from brilliant start.
We don't actually do replicas.
Yeah.
If it's a copy, I'm not making it.
Bernie bought the wrong car.
It's not a good start by getting the wrong car.
Then numerous structural problems followed as they chopped the roof. tried to fit a massive Jaguar engine and a couple of false starts. To cap it all, the original Jet 1 designer thought it was a disaster in the making.
Now, I think that's utter sacrilege. I mean, what's it supposed to be, this car? Now you've buggered up all the engineering of it.
But now, that's all in the past. Well, not for some.
It was a really, like a big burden for me to get something done as close as possible.
I've been waiting since I've been 5 years old. I'm very excited. This is so exciting. I can't tell you. Can't wait to see what you've done.
Mr. Jules Holland, this is your car. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, throw!
Oh! Oh! Oh, what a thing! Look at those corners. Look at that. Look at those wheels. Oh, oh, that's amazing.
We have made his dream possible, and we made his dream come true.
Starting out with a hodgepodge of British bangers, crafted classic lines enhanced by a vintage paint job.
That colour is lovely, isn't it? It's beautiful, the shape.
Painstaking attention to detail.
It's the simplest thing that's the hardest thing to get.
An immaculately restored interior.
Those 3 seats are fantastic. That really is great.
Jules, sit inside, have a look at the interior.
That's fantastic.
See if you like the dash.
Authentic dashboard dials and instruments recreate the bygone era.
Look at that. That's fantastic.
This is laser.
A roaring, reconditioned 4.2-litre engine.
I feel we've improved on a legend.
All make this car worthy of the accolade, the very best of British.
No, that really is a sensation.
I'm really pleased for him, pleased with the Chop Shop team. We've done a great job.
To see Jules Holland actually really appreciate what we've done, it's just beautiful. It's all been worth it.
No tongue.
He just loves it. And hopefully when he gets to drive it, he's going to love it again.
Mr. Holland, your keys.
Thank you very much.
Drive and enjoy.
Thank you so much. This is like an absolute dream come true for me.
As opening night at the Royal Albert Hall beckons, it's now later from Jules Holland.
I think he's really happy.
Well, the boy got his candy.
Chop Shop have delivered something truly unique. A Jet 1 that Jules can drive and flaunt on the streets of London.
It's quite a shock seeing it outside, because every time I've ever seen this car, it's been either in the museum or this copy being made up in the workshop. But to now see it out in the sunshine is fantastic. I die a lot more contented now knowing it's one less thing to worry about, now knowing I've got my own very own dreamlike Jet 1.
Just in time to arrive in style on his opening night. Next week on Chop Shop, the bizarrest ever commission from big boy funny man and actor Johnny Vegas.
Basically, a mobile volcano that could open, send off a missile, potentially control the world.
Whatever that is, it'll mean mixing this wrecked Subaru.
Yeah, don't worry, it's fine. Yeah, that's all right. £700 for this piece of shit.
With this classic Golf GTI.
I think with the best one in the world, with the best heart in the world, they thought they can do it. I feel, my opinion, they've bitten off more than they can chew.